because it's trying to tell you something like messages, you know. We all want to know.
I've been given a glimpse of a great secret. I began tracing the secret back through history.
Hand me my sword.
I couldn't believe all the people who knew this. They were the greatest people in history. I just knew you would like this.
You know, this secret gives you everything you want. Happiness, health, and wealth. You can have, do, or be anything you want.
We can have whatever it is that we choose. I don't care how big it is.
What kind of a house do you want to live in?
Do you want to be a millionaire?
What kind of a business do you want to have?
Do you want more success?
What do you really want?
I've seen many miracles take place in people's lives. Financial miracles, miracles of physical healing, mental healing, healing in relationships.
All of this happened because of knowing how to apply the secret.
They just flew in from Texas off the plane last night, and I said, I stopped by. I said, one person that really means a lot to me. I really see it, and I should see him today because I got to go by and feed him. I should see him. As soon as I see him, I hope that he doesn't mind getting a little bit on film.
Here I am.
All right, cool. How long have you known him?
15, 20 years.
That's when when I had my armor.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. The new modern superhero, Rollerball. We would see Rollerball skating up and down the bike path here, just fighting for truth, justice, and the American way. He was the modern superhero Rollerball, and he was great with the tourists. He was a tourist attraction. When he's in character, everybody wants to come up and have a picture with him, and just great all-round guy patrolling the Santa Monica, Venice, Malibu area here. I've worked here 23 years, and you think you've seen it all, but then something different comes along that you've never seen, you could have never imagined. It would be a joy if there were more people like him.
Well, it'd be a joy if there was more people like him.
Now, it was amazing shortly after you started wearing your armor that you see the Batman movie.
Yeah.
The characters very similar to what you wear.
Yeah. It's like they just picked up my ideas and got rich on them. You know, figured one day it'll come out of the woodwork, but it's okay. It's all a blessing. But I just like to make sure that people know they want to see me. There's other people out there that really should be seen that are just good-hearted Americans, and this is just one of them. I love you, brother.
All right, my friend. All right, man.
Love telling a story, you know?
This is a story, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't there to meet T'Challa. I I didn't know I was there to meet T'Challa. I wanted to take a break from all the stuff that was going on at the studio and the gallery, and it started off with him pulling these photos out of his pocket, and they were wilted. They were like from Walgreens, and he had them in a little plastic sandwich bag. And he was saying that, you know, God told him about this tank, and that he could use it to be safe and make it a home, and nobody would know where he was, and he could live inside of it.
And this is what I was doing. See, so I started out by thinking how the tank is inside. Now my hole's right here, and I got a vent right here, ventilation, right? I put surveillance camera there, and I want some surveillance camera over here. And then I hooked to my TV, VCR and stuff in here. And so I managed to try to make it on the wall so I could have my VCR and my surveillance camera, you know, sitting right by each other. So I could sit there in my chair right here, and I could watch both at the same time.
So I kind of had an idea of what we were walking up to, but I didn't know it was going to be as tight and clean and full of all the little knickknacks and the electricity and everything else.
Man, this tank, we had rust on the walls this thick. Big potato chips when I came in here. I knocked it off the walls. They found I had to shovel it all out this part. I had to get ladders and put ladders on the floor because it's a round surface, and then plywood ladders to make a flat surface. So I had to think of genius quick.
The guy has a lot of ingenuity and you know, necessity is the mother of invention.
T'Challa, this is the T'Challa Covington, better known as Rollerball, as I happen to think, as a dancer warrior of God I am. Welcome to my world.
He's a thinker and a talker, so, you know, I've heard him say many times, hey, I want to do this. Hey, I want to do this. And then you look over his track history, he's been Rollerball. He's been a lot of different roles. Some that you'll see and some that maybe we won't talk about. They're his business.
Kings always have a scepter. I'm the king of Palisades.
I think our timing in meeting him was pretty interesting, considering at that point he'd been there 7 years. And so all of us collectively getting to come into his life and provide some like visual proof that this story really existed, and finding value in it way before society or media would have found value in it. I think it's just really interesting that we got to come in. It had been happening all that time, but we still got to get in and get a couple of years before the, I don't want to say climax, but before some things shifted.
I've got 3 of my boys living with me in this small space.
Well,
but it's okay. They're mine. They're my boys. And I'm European, so mothers love their boys. European mothers love their boys. They want their boys home all the time. He'd be home too if he thought there was room for him. There's just no room. I never know what to expect from T'Challa, truthfully. I just know that he's going to be somewhere on the beach, because he loves that. I know he loves that. But I think T'Challa carries a lot of love with him, because he comes from such a big family and he knows they all love him, and it's like covering, protect. Yeah, because he'll come home when he wants
energized.
to. But he's got all that protective covering, you might say. He's carrying it with him. And love, love is strong.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, peace out. Love you.
Hey, this is the Covingtons. Be careful.
Yeah.
The best thing about this was knowing that he was someone who was the real deal. The worst thing was seeing his human side.
What in the fuck is this? Did you do this? Did you do this to my... Huh? Did you do that to my house?
Did I do what?
That.
To your house. I ain't do nothing to your house.
Well, look
I
at
ain't been to your house. I haven't been to your house, motherfucker. You stabbed me. You stabbed me. I didn't touch your fucking house.
Hey, come look at it.
Nigga, I will stick this to you.
You know what, man? Hey, are we gonna work together or not? This is ridiculous.
I will kill you.
Hey.
Stay away from me.
These rich people had this enemy of mine stalking me, paying him to harass me, you know, and to the point where the guy tried to attack me and I stabbed the dude. Although it's been robbed inside and trashed inside, I'm still trying to salvage things to survive. There's still things, good things inside that I have to get out. They just put signs on saying that they're going to take it away, and for me to remove my things because this is a park area, but it's been abandoned. This tank has been abandoned for the last 20 years or more.
I'm like, dude, I know that guy. He goes, yeah, they're going to give him a 30-day notice coming up probably in a couple months or something like that. And then I guess after that they said they were coming to take the tank away. Yeah, and it sucks, man. I don't know what to tell you. But this is what I heard through the General Mobile Radio Service radio talking to this guy, Barry. He was sure they're coming. He said, matter of fact, I'll talk to him and try to get more information out of him and let you know what's up.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Been on the bus ride for 20 years, brother. It's a long time. You know? But it's very nice of him coming to let me know what's coming, so that I can try to prepare myself, because, you know, I'm too old to, you know, to do too much moving around. And then I keep telling myself, why would I go anywhere? But it ain't why would I go anywhere. It also breaks down to where would I go? You know? After I did all this hard work.
Because I had all these little detail shots of these little pieces that I might have forgotten. Even him as a resident there might have forgotten, and you could see it like really hitting him, like, wow, that place is gone. So he had some emotional attachment to it, definitely. On the flip side of that, the dude's such a survivor that I don't know that he would say it's tragic. Not only does he talk about fate and talk about God's plan, and he's flawed just like all of us, but he believes it, and he lives accordingly. So I don't think that he's as bitter as a lot of us would be.
25th, Christmas Day. I sat alone in my abandoned tanker as I slowly but surely tried to put things together. Gathering my things together, waiting for them to come take the tank.
That, I mean, I'm serious, I put way more work than I put in anything in my life in that tank.
Okay, what is this about? What does it say? Where's it gonna go? What is his, you know, when do you stop? And so it would just appear that his life or fate said, okay, we're gonna change some stuff around.
So, but you know about Banksy too?
Mm-hmm.
All these years?
Yeah, I've seen some of his work across the world.
It's strange. I don't know nothing about this dude. I mean, nothing. Everybody said to me, you met Banksy? I'm like, so what? Some guy named Banksy. What about me? I mean, I'm not going to go into the tanker. What about the inside of the tanker? What about my art?
Long before it was called a piece of art by people who saw what Banksy did, it was already a piece of art, and it was talked about as being presented to people as that.
The bottom line of the situation is,
that it was junk. It was junk to them. They left it behind. It was junk, trash. They was doing nothing with it. Been sitting there like 20 years, abandoned. I turned junk into a beautiful art piece. It's not junk anymore. It was junk. It's not junk now. Now it's a valuable piece of art. Well, people like, they love the guy. They don't give a fuck about me, but they think his art is brilliant. I mean, the man's got some. He's a powerful dude. I didn't know. He's as big as the stars. You know. He just act like an ordinary old guy from England, though, with me. Hey, yeah, mate. Looks a bit like. I'm like a little bit like what? Like I'll tell you in a minute. It's a joke. I'm gonna go in there. I can't make that. I say elephant. I say yeah, it kind of does look like an elephant. But he was very nice.
I remember Hal saying that the tank was a piece of art. We, I think maybe in that conversation hoped that people would see that and see what he had done and love it as much as we did, or see the beauty or the magic in it, and somehow that would be something that people could come and see and experience. And I don't know, everybody would make it what they wanted to. People who want to do sustainable living or off the grid or urban survival would make it about that. People who wanted to talk about God and only needing minimal things to be happy would make it about that. People who like good paintings might want to come see it because it was a beautiful painting that someone lived inside it.
I mean, you can't put me down, because I don't want to be wasteful. You can't knock me for making use of something that's just, ain't being used. I mean, other people had the same opportunity that I had, and when he came inside and he looked inside, he comes back out, and the police says, the old cop says, "How do you find these places?" He said, "How did you find this place?" I said, "Man, it's from old school, from years ago, when they was building Pacific Coast Highway." He goes, "How do you know all that?" I said, "With all due respect, officer, I did like you say, I did my homework." He said, "How'd you find it?" I said, "Because I'm just an explorer."
There's another stepping stone. I'm amazed in myself. I got this far with this son bitch right here. This place ain't nothing nice. I'm far I got this far.
See, I never let down and I never let go. Guess that means I'm invisible. And all that time I really miss my pride. And I'm living a black hoax, living a black hoax life. Wherever you left me, that's where.
I think that maybe there was a good chance that at some point he was going to be driven away from the property, and I think the way it happened was maybe a little more colorful than somebody just serving him a paper and saying you have to leave. It still leads to the same place.
It's good enough. I can hang shit on there. Some little elephants.
I had put so many expectations into T'Challa being the answer for a quest to have someone who has no intention to gain from their love towards other people or helping other people out and living in his free spirit that he has, to going through this difficult time, and the human condition is revealed, and how it can change somebody's spirit.
Every goddamn one of us is sinners, like I told her. Every fucking one of us is sinners. Every goddamn one of us are hypocritical, and ain't no damn man on this planet that ain't bad. Every damn one of us are bad. We're all bad. We're wretched, and we're wrong, and we're supposed to try to correct the world by being nice things, loving one another, and helping one another. That's the bottom line. It ain't that fucking hard to be a nice guy. It ain't. People think that it's so hard to be nice to each other. It's so easy to be nice. It's easier to be nice than it is to be mean. We're trying to show them, we're trying to show something important, to teach people something. and they're just having fun, just taking away from me, which is not nice. And God doesn't like ugly. They kept taking my stuff on the mountain. Kept coming back, taking it, come back, taking, come back, taking. So finally, I seen that tank. I said, well, I wonder about that tanker. You know, God says, well, go check it out. So I went and checked it out. I looked inside. It was all empty, nasty, and rust on the wall. So I gutted it out, went inside. And I did everything at nighttime. I went there, scraped the walls down, refinished it, and made it into a home. And then I had a dream I was going to meet this photographer, and here he came with this guy. And I seen him at a bus bench. I said, dude, I've seen you before. I said, I seen you in a dream. You're a cameraman. I need to show you something. So I brought him to my house, and we've been doing the film ever since. This is a couple years back. Because that's why I keep building. So I can run from society's stupid-ass games, you know? I keep buying shit, building something else. To keep my mind focused so I can think. I don't have to deal with their games. Gotta keep a backup plan at all times. My new method. Gotta have a backup plan.
God damn it! Don't act like you're doing me a fucking favor, because you're not! Motherfucker, don't trigger me!
You know, and I'm like, you know, F you, but you know, I didn't go that route. I was humble about it. He said, cool, it's all right. I got a cave house down the street. It's outside of your line. You can't take that from me. It's like the 3 pigs. They got me from one, they're trying to come after this one, and they're going after the next one. But they ain't got this one yet. Now with this, now since Banksy came, whoever Banksy is, don't know him from, like I said, from Adam, whoever he is, maybe it'll make a mark to them leave this thing alone. And if they leave it alone, I can continue.
We are drawn into a story that tells that is self-consciously unreliable, but that speaks volumes, true or false, about this hobo's yearning to be a part of the grand narrative of American culture. Wainwright has written a vital piece of 21st century drama about who gets to hold the camera and to define what is art and whose life finally counts. The Scotsman Herald in Scotland. This is the guy that is playing you in the stage play.
Cool. Excuse me. How could you write a play about someone and you don't know who they are? I mean, you just see pictures, but you don't know them. I love to help those people that are lost, and if they can't get out, I'd steal them and bring them to a place where they could be more in peace. When I see their eyes and they're so saddened, I'd love to have the power to take them away from that sadness and put them in a great place, you know? And if they was captive for no reason, held in, I've been false in prison several times, and could have got paid, but I let it go. From somebody lying, putting me into a jail cell. I didn't do it, but I had to stay there until they found out that I was innocent. I've been through that a couple of times, so I know how it is. The innocent people that are locked up that shouldn't be locked up, and the ones that should be locked up should be sent to Africa, to the jungle somewhere, and let them deal with the wild lions and the wolves. That was, instead of putting them in cages, but people, you know, when they see that you got some kind of gifts and powers, instead of liking you and learning from it, they try to take it away from you. Like my mom says, don't never let nobody steal your happy, because God's got their happiness in you. You know?
No use in crying now.
The weather is pretty nasty. This is summer in here.
It's nice. What's winter?
Those memories are gonna fade. I'll meet somebody new and love again someday.
Turn it off.
But it all comes
Give you this waving. I mean, don't tell me I can't be the only black person here.
This is Milwaukee. I'm in Bristol. With friends.
Back in the room, you heard? Yes. Now, as you can probably tell from my swagger and my style, that I am a local individual. Born and raised just around the way. Y'all squeeze that. Like y'all care.
I just want to catch a second of your time. I'd just like to invite a very special guest who's just arrived from Los Angeles up onto the stage just to say a quick hello to Choa Covington, who is the man who lived inside the tank. Swiftly because we have another show coming in, but this is the first time that these two men have met. And this is the first time that T'Choa has seen this show. So thank you for being with us today at this really special performance. Thank you. Thank you.
One this way too.
You been cab driving for how long?
34 years.
Wow. 34 years.
I'm 73 and I just don't want to work anymore.
I know that's right. It makes good sense to me.
Just an interest in humanity, really. I enjoy speaking to people. I couldn't do this job if I didn't, if I couldn't speak to people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to keep the communication going.
That's right.
And to hear other people's thoughts and stuff, it's gotta be a beautiful thing.
That's right. Now, this is where I have to drop you off. Do you see where the traffic light is?
Yes.
That's the way up to the castle. That's where you have to walk from. A very important public figure in Edinburgh in the 18th century. But during the night, he was a burglar and a thief.
A Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
And he was eventually caught and hanged on a gallows which he himself had designed earlier. So do have a look at the story on the wall.
Okay.
It's called Deacon Brodie's Tavern.
Well, I remember sitting back there when you left the camera with me. I'd set it up and talk to the camera. Wondering what the fuck can happen next, you know?
Well, it's a little dark in here, but I'm trying to get some light in here so I can start breaking it down to the floor right now. Getting down to the end how. That's what I'm doing in the process right now, trying to get it down to the end of it.
Sure, we just gotta have fun.
That's all it's about, man.
Have fun and cry.
Yeah.
Shit, one day you're here, one day you're there. It's so unfair.
Well, God bless you, Bristol. I said I wouldn't come, but I came. Out of respect for you beautiful people. However, I had this dream. Which, be careful with your dreams. Because some could be good, some could be bad. I'm like, God, no, this is, you know, I talk to God a lot on my own, you know, my own little wills. Whichever God you want to believe in. To each his own, there is a God. Fuck the politics.
Take two, this is British. So like Frankie would say, here I stand on the other side of the world to look at you, T'Challa Covington is telling you, I get a chance to do it my way. So I tell you, the truth I learned from the time I was a child, you know. Sometimes I learned to give myself, changing the words a little bit for you guys, because I've been a fool, but life won't let me go. But at the ending, you'll all be loving her, and I'll be loving you. I'm going home.
Hal, it was a really what the Fringe is about.
What Fringe are about?
What the Fringe is about. What this festival is about. And it goes back like 30 years, really, to where there's been an atmosphere like you had in there, and that whole thing. You don't get that sort of authenticity and power, generally. It was a real privilege to be here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming here. I wish you all the best and your bravery, and I don't believe in God, but you made me think a little bit about it. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck to you too.
Good luck.
That's my. I've been doing this shit for years. That's my goal. You know, that's my thing. Because some of the people I know, you go by them and they want to crack jokes, but when you're skating down the road and you see people that don't know you, and they're just going, yes! And I go into a supermarket. You have a group of different people walking by you. The sophisticated ones that you don't think will say anything. Come and tell me. They say nice things, the kids. I'm content with less than more, you know? Because I'm happy that I'm gonna be just like God says, do not worry, for worry will weary itself. I try to take that one by heart. Well, there's a lot of psychotic people out there that are geniuses. I'm not putting them down. I keep putting myself down. We think we're losing when we're winning, and we break ourselves to that point, and sometimes it just gets you know, God only puts you through as much as you can stand, right to that limit. I mean.
I think guys like us want to say, well, when are you going to be situated, or when are you going to be safe, or when is your life going to level out? And I don't know that he wants that. Some people would call that tragic, but to him it makes sense. But I don't know. I don't know if any of it's really tragic to me. It just is.
God damn it, I like it. Right life's enticing. Look what it did to Tyson. All that money in one night. 30 mil for one fight. As soon as all that money blows, all the players take flight. The fans keep chicken on me. What I do, I took her back. Fool me twice, that's my bad. I can even blame her for that. Nothing makes me want to murder. Mama, please just get my back.
It'll probably make you feel more comfortable if you just act like we're not here. Yeah, we're not here. You're at home practicing to yourself. And you feel comfortable.
You're just the fringe of success. You've been home with the ornaments that you've seen on the screen. You've made your way to the tomb on a trip to modern bloom, where the sun don't come through. Ask the blind what now to do. Just admit that you're lost. You've filled it up to your neck in a tub of loose regrets, and you claim you have more. The dogs are at your